everybody, Danny J here. Welcome to the Man Cave, right here on the DJB Productions Network. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. And as always, leave some comments, share the show, share the channel, have fun with it. I'm also joined by my compadre, Big Vito LaGrasso.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing good.
You know, we got a nice, cool show for everybody today. We are going to be talking about what we don't like about our spouses.
Wow.
So once again, it's Man Cave Talk. Ladies, leave the room. I don't know what to tell you. Because I know you guys can fill an hour with this. We can only fill a half hour. So
right, and then we could all lie and go on TikTok and go, wow.
Yeah, right.
Really dance.
So obviously, being married and stuff like that, you're picking somebody that you're hopefully going to be with for the rest of your life or whatever the case is. And you take the good with the bad.
Right.
Okay. So obviously the good outweighs the bad, you hope. That's why you stay together. You know, I'm with my wife 20 years married.
20 years.
20 years married and 25 years together next month.
You know, I heard that the Pope gives pardons for some commitments like that.
I know he does.
Give you a pardon?
He really will. He'll come directly to the house. He'll fly in on this Pope mobile.
Dan, that would be all. I want to be there for the pardoning.
When you do that, yeah, we'll have a pardoning party.
We'll have a freaking Mazel Tov.
We'll do it on Facebook Live. It'll be fantastic.
And you know what? You know who'd come? Your mother-in-law. I'm going to their party. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and now somebody else could be miserably single.
Yeah, miserably single.
But like I said, obviously the good outweighs the bad. But sometimes the bad is there, and you have to acknowledge it. And where else to acknowledge it but right here on the Man Cave?
Right.
Okay.
So
now,
Dan, lead us off, man. I know you got a lot of bad juju. You know, house burning, charcoal, new couches, construction, cars, because you got a bad juju with cars. And
where do I begin?
Where you got the Malokia of Malokias, Dan. Go ahead, man.
You know what I mean? And the only reason I could say all this because she doesn't watch the show. I'll be perfectly honest, you know, but it's more than likely she's in the other room. But like, you know, at least start off with the good stuff. Let me start off with the good stuff. Start with the good stuff because I don't want it to be like I'm Mr. Wilson on Dennis the Menace and I just hate everybody. You know, it's not like that at all. But you know, she's a loving wife. She's a wonderful mother. She's a great advocate to our children. She is a good cook, despite how much we make fun and stuff like that. She's a great cook. She's Sicilian, and she has my back 100%, within reason. Okay. Now, she's not as adventurous as I am, so that's why I say within reason. Because there's certain things that say, "Well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that." And she's like, "No, you're not. Stop." I'm like, too bad. I do what I want. Okay. This is why I have a channel, and this is why you don't. Okay. Yes, I go like that.
That's what I'm following you, Dan.
We're not going to go in any order, but we'll go back and forth. Okay.
Okay.
Because I know your wife for a number of years as well, and I could probably handpick your shit as well. And what we'll do is we'll go back and forth. And it doesn't have to be the biggest thing. It doesn't have to be the smallest thing. It can be anywhere in between. It doesn't matter. We're not doing an order. Okay. For me, and this is going to make me sound like a real asshole, but she has this on again, off again anxiety. And anxiety, which is a very clinical, this is a professional thing, but it's the dumbest thing. She's giving me the finger as we speak. It's the dumbest ailment you could possibly have if you're a person, because all it is calm the fuck down and it's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she has the most huge section of anxiety set aside just for her. And she'll get anxious over the most asinine things in the world. We were just laughing before we went on the air. She likes to periodically take time off from social media.
Right.
And I just say, just don't log on and you're fine. But she makes an announcement about it. It's a commencement service. And
the mayor syndrome.
The mayor, and it's all because she sees people being people, having their own opinions, stuff like that. And if she doesn't agree with it, I can't look at it. I can't read it. I can't see it. I have to take time off. I can't. And that's what she does. Now, me, I'm just like, well, I'll just turn on TV. I'm what the fuck do I give a shit what people are doing? You know what I mean? But like, that's her thing. So that's one for me. For me.
Well, let's see. I would say, let's talk about the good about my wife, okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right. She is a good wife.
Yeah.
She loves me to death, unconditional.
Yes. Yes.
She tries to do her best in the house.
Okay.
Let's see. She tries to please me as much as she can, like, with things and not being, combative, which is
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Okay. That's
Okay.
good.
I definitely like all those things about her. She tries really hard to keep her sexy going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sexy
She
going.
does. She really does. She really does.
She comes up with different hairdos. She's trying, be sexy. She's been dieting. She's been, we're kind of locked up with during this whole thing. So I mean,
Right.
so
Yeah.
she's trying to do that too. She works hard at what projects we have in the house.
Mm-hmm.
She does very well with the Big Vito brand. She's, she's on top of things. She wants to have a good time. She likes nice things.
Yeah.
She likes the simple things. She's not very difficult to please. Which
Yeah. She is simple.
simple. You know? Probably the one thing that bothers me is when it's time to eat. Now,
Why is that?
what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? Babe, I would like 3 spoonfuls of poison and I would like it now, please. Oh, well, that sounds good. I'll have some too. No, babe, because if I die, I would like to be alone. Okay, so please, just like, let me have the poison. What do you want to eat? I don't know. All right, I don't know. I don't feel like eating. Then I'm not eating. If you're not eating, I'm not eating. Not everybody can't do my thing. But, when you don't know what to eat, but you know what I mean, would you like me to go get you a Wawa sandwich? Would you like me to cook you something? There's food in the freezer. There's food in the house. What do you want to eat?
Now, is she refusing to make a decision because you don't know what you want?
Yes.
Wow.
Drives me nuts. But if I say, hey, let's have a pizza, she's all in. If I say, hey, let's have spaghetti, let's do something, she's all in. If I say, let's have this, and I'm cooking, usually, this is where we eat, okay? But if I say I don't know or anything, and I know she's hungry, I don't know what I want.
That's because she's not Italian.
No, she's not.
No, she's a Medigan. My wife, honestly, if I said I don't know what I want to eat, she'd get good. Then you can help yourself. I'm gonna go upstairs and hate people on Facebook.
Yeah, and then exactly, I'm gonna hate people on Facebook, and then under your breath, you're gonna go, at least the fire department won't be called today.
And knowing your wife, Noelle is probably one of the most fun-loving people
Yeah.
that I've ever met. She really is. I know her for a million years. I love her to death. And
you got to know her about 20 years, don't you?
a little less. I know you longer than her, believe it or not. Because I know you from 98.
Right.
And I know her, I can't tell you the year, but I know her easily roughly 18 years. So it's close. It is close. It is close. And the thing about me and her is that we're split from the same egg because we both like our cartoons. We both like our cereal. We both like toys and sci-fi. Like we literally go down the list and there isn't really anything that she and I do not like individually or different.
Right.
And that's why we're such good friends. But I call a spade as a spade, and she is a Medigan if I've ever seen a Medigan. Because the fact that, like I said, she is not making a decision to say, Vito, you know what? There's fucking muscle milk and tuna in the kitchen. I'm getting this, and that's what I'm going to get. That's what my wife would say to me.
Yeah, but you know what the problem, but the thing is like, you see, when you could do for yourself. Now, me, she doesn't have to cook for me. She doesn't have to clean for me.
Right.
Doesn't have to do my laundry. Doesn't have to make the bed. Doesn't have to clean the house. I could do all these things myself, but don't ask her to perform these things, So, I mean, she's got it good in that way, you know what I mean? Because if I had to cook 7 days a week for my wife, I said, hey, I'll do it. If I clean the house as it is because she obviously can't. But we keep it clean house. Not that we're two pigs or anything, but we keep everything in order. When wash has to be done, and laundry, and keeping things
Now,
good.
granted, she's your wife,
Right.
and you are of a, I don't want to say of a mature stature in the sense of saying like you're an old man, but like you do things very like that. Me being the goofy bastard I am, knowing her condition, because Noelle can't get around that well since her stroke and stuff like that, I would put her ass on a Roomba and let her ride around the apartment. I at least now look, now you're contributing. You're good. You're good.
I'm telling you, but all right. Now, how would it be? Here's a good scenario, right? We both know our wives pretty well. I know your wife. You know mine.
Yeah.
Now, what happened if you had to do a wife swap, right?
Yeah.
Now, could you and her coexist in the same house for a week?
Easily, but we wouldn't pay any bills.
Right.
We've already, me and her discussed this even long before you were even in the picture. We would never pay any bills. We would be like kids on a prom night. Right. And it would be junk food and takeout all the time. So we'd be broke hobos on the street. It is what it is. Because we are so like, now I'm a responsible man, right? But my responsibility, because I like to be like that. I like to be, let me watch my cartoons. Let me watch my comedy. Let me be funny, blah, blah, blah. My wife is the serious one. So sometimes within reason, she's the real in. Hey, we have to pay this. We have to pay that. Okay. Then I snap out of it and I do my man thing, blah, 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 blah. And then I go right back out of it. Your wife is as bad as me, if not worse. So I don't think, honestly, we would get anything done. We would have a great time. Right. We would have a blast of a time, but it would be like college kids at a frat party for a week. Okay. Now, you came to my house and you're with this Sicilian thing here, it would be volume control up here because there'd be constant yelling.
By her.
By her. The constant yelling. And it would be a lot of you eating what you have to eat, and then her going with the napkin, doing this, and let me see what else I could do. And meanwhile, I'm going to go on Facebook for a little bit. I need 20 minutes to myself, and then I'll see you later.
And you know what? I don't think there's a person possible. Mm-hmm. And this is not an insult to my wife or yours. I don't think there's a person possible who takes care of their skin, manicure, pedicure, eyebrows, worse than I do. I'm worse than a woman. But I mean, I don't think nobody can keep up with me as far as that. I use 2 different kinds of toothpaste. I use 3 different kinds of face wash. I got 2 different kinds of toner. I went yesterday to the salon just so I get it done, and I got my stuff done. But that's me. I upkeep and I keep things, and I've been working out in the garage, right? I haven't slacked any. Matter of fact, if you had to say where do you get a better workout, the gym or your garage, right now I have to say my garage, because the things I'm doing in my garage, and the thing is, what people don't understand is you concentrate more when you're by yourself in your one little space, because you have to get it done. And when you're in the gym, who's stopping to talk with you? Who's doing this? You're doing that. You're doing it. There's no cell phone. There's no nothing. You're concentrating on you. Mm-hmm. I've had better workouts in my gym. It says, you're looking better not working out in the gym than you do working out in the gym. And I looked at myself today and I'm like, I said, shit, this is working.
Right.
So
now the only thing is that, like, see with your wife, she's done modeling and stuff like that in the past. And she's a gorgeous woman. And she, I don't want to say by trait, but by hobby and stuff like that, is a beautician to a point. So she knows how to do hair and makeup, right, and blah, blah, blah. And she does that. And you see this woman, you're like, wow, what a looker she is, and blah, blah, blah. And just like if you were seeing anybody from the WWE, or if you were seeing some sort of model from Playboy, and no knock on Noelle, the woman is gorgeous. And my wife, who is equally as gorgeous, she's only worried about if she has a hair tie that didn't break, because she's got shit to do. I got to pay bills. I got to take care of my kids and my husband. I got to hate people on Facebook. It's all in that order. just like,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
just like that. You know what I mean? I got to cook dinner. I got to make sure we're doing this for next week and next month. And I got to do, and she does that wonderfully. And I got to honestly say, now that builds on the anxiety part,
Right.
which is what I can't stand. But the other thing that I can't stand about her is that now, and in that same sentence though, with your wife, who's this beautiful model, blah 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 blah, and then you start talking to her, and you're like, this girl's out of her fucking lid because she's she is. You know what the best way to describe it is? If you know Adrienne Curry, and she was that gorgeous model that was going with Peter Brady and stuff like that. She's a super gamer. She's probably on Twitch.tv, which is where the Big Vito brand is on. And she's a big time gamer. So she's a nerd. She's this gorgeous nerd. And your wife is that. Your wife, if you take her out of her shell, she's me. She's a cartoon watching, toy playing, like.
And I'm so not any of those things.
And you and your wife, you and my wife have both said that me and her talk in a secret language because she could say a word or she could look at me a certain way and I know exactly what she's thinking or saying and vice versa. And she said, it's scary how you guys communicate. Because she goes, I'll be in the room with you and she'll say something like balls. And then you'll know exactly what she's talking about and you'll start a conversation about something. And I'll be like, what the fuck are they talking about? She'll be like, and it's because me and her are connected, like we're like telepathy.
See, you know something, Dan? Me and Christine are kind of connected too, and I can give you an example. I could say, "Hey, Christine, let's go upstairs. I'm going to the bathroom and put a face mask on." She's going to sleep.
It's a truth. It's a God's truth. Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna chill out in here with my tablet, like this.
That's it.
Like this.
And I'm gonna do my face and pretty myself up.
And by the time you come in, she's got the mask on so she can breathe. And she's out like a light. She's out
That's when you go.
She's out like a light.
I'll sleep downstairs. Thank you.
I think okay,
I'll sleep there.
Okay,
And then
go.
the snoring that goes on. Like
Does your wife sleep? Does your wife snore? Does she snore?
No.
Mine does. Mine does. And I'm a light sleeper. You know me. I only sleep like 4 hours a night.
Right.
And she's a light sleeper. Now she's done better since she has the mask, but she has the sleep apnea. So she has the whatever that thing's called. And it's better with that. You know what I mean? But like she makes all kinds of noises when she sleeps. And I wake up for every one of them. It's like I'm just like,
You know, Dan, it's a good thing that you and I don't live in the same house with her with that sleep mask. We'd be cutting off oxygen every 5 minutes.
tripping the hose. What do you think about that? Huh? Pouring water down the hose, unplugging it, putting it back in.
Drowning.
Now, my wife and you actually, we had this conversation about something else. Like, and I'm a very logical thinking person. I never, and you guys know that I never let emotion take control of anything I do. I could be enraged, but I'll think something out. And that's the way I was brought up, and that's me. I mean, it's me personally, whatever. But that's the way I was brought up and stuff like that. She's a very emotional, fly off the handle, lets emotions take control of her decision-making skills.
Right.
And that's not me. And that drives me up a wall because she'll right away want to go fight with somebody, want to go yell at somebody. You know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. Half the time she's taking a break from social media is because of that. She emotionally got charged up about something and it's like, I can't. I'm going to sign off about it. And I'm like, you're out of your effing mind. I go, who the hell cares? You know what I mean? The only thing I'm worried about is getting my Tylenol arthritis for my body. You know what I mean? And I'm going to watch some cartoons when I get home. And she said, Kim, do we have to watch this mindless bullshit? Yeah, we do. You know why? Because I'm a man all day. All day I'm a man. I'm an adult male, married with children. And then when I clock out at 5 o'clock, drool starts coming out. My intellect goes down like this. You know what I mean? And I get to your wife.
I guess the thing that bothers my wife is that I go to the gym. I like to be outside every day. If it's sunny out, pool time.
Right.
I like to be outside. I was playing ball 5-6 days a week, and she got under her skin. And then we would have an argument, and she said, "This is the new wrestling. You traded wrestling into so." I said, "But
Oh,
why shouldn't I play ball? I'm
yeah.
playing ball down the street. It's down the street, people. 3 miles down the road. Playing ball. I'm in the same complex, right? So if I play ball and I'm doing it on my time while you're sleeping in the morning, you don't do anything anyway. Now I'm coming home from work at that time, right? So I'm like, if I'm playing ball and I want to play ball, so what's the big deal? You know what I mean? Like if I want to play ball 10 times a
I
week.
mean, would she, if she was more mobile, would she give a shit?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, but like then,
Just think about it. You're not traveling.
no, I'm not.
And that's the biggest part of your career was the traveling. He's never around. He's never around. He's never around. I feel like I'm single. He's never around. You know how many times I heard that from her?
Yeah, but
And
I'm
over the years?
around the corner.
You know? And I would imagine that's any professional athlete's spouse's dilemma is that I have to take up a lot of time by myself. And I'll give that to you, whatever. But to bitch at you because you want to go play basketball, get her some spinners for her wheelchair, and then she's fine.
But you know what, Dan? It's like, if I was on the road, right, and I had to be on the road, and I was away, and I'm making money. Now, I've lived this life, and I did that before.
Yeah.
Then they're complaining because I'm away or I'm working. Well, listen, it's either feast or famine. Right now, I'm doing my thing as a family man and, a husband and doing everything. I want to go down the street and play ball. If that's my activity for the day,
Yeah.
I come home, I sleep, and then you do whatever. Then that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? If I could still do it and enjoy it, there's no reason why I can't. Maybe.
Is it because maybe you have two things? Like you have the gym, you have basketball,
I have the
in other
pool.
words,
If
you
I
have
didn't have,
many petties. In other words,
if I didn't have to, I don't hang out with the guys.
right.
Right? When we're done, we're done. If I didn't have to leave this complex, I was totally retired, right? I have activities. I have a bar. I have a grill. I got the country club. I got golf. I have softball, right? We have a place to eat. There's a pharmacy up the street. There's even a bank in here.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to do everything in here, the only time I would have to leave is to go to Walgreens or
Right.
go to Walmart to go shopping. We want to go out to dinner or we're going to a friend's house. But in this complex we live, I have everything I need. So if I didn't have to leave,
Right.
you're good. Today we were at the pool, right? Now I talk to, usually at the pool in the afternoon, I usually go about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock because that's when the sun is strongest and you get the best sun. Is it winding down? So I go for an hour and 15 minutes. There's a group of ladies, who are in the pool.
Yeah.
And what do we talk about? Air fryers, cooking, olive oil, all this stuff. And it's like home stuff. Like manicure, pedicures, and all this other stuff that guys wouldn't be interested in doing. What the hell are you talking about? I said, because I'm hanging out with a group of ladies who are talking about the same things I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So when my wife comes, and I don't want her to feel uncomfortable, I tell her, I introduce her. This is my wife. These are the ladies who keep me in check, And then I have a group of ladies who play cards. You know what I mean? It's a group of 5 ladies. They're my mahjong girls, right? So whoever has their heavy purse, I go stand next to it so you can look at where we going, what we doing, And the husbands know me. I have a good time with it. But everywhere I go, I have a good time. And it's like, you miss the popular, but I make it like that. I'm outgoing. She is not outgoing. She's shy.
Right.
Christine,
Who, your wife? Since when is she shy?
Dan, you have.
She ain't like going out there like you and saying, "Hey, look at me." But still, I never known her to be shy.
Dan, I want you to inbox her later. I want you to discuss it in cartoon talk. And this way you guys understand.
Hey, you know what? She won't answer because she's shy. You know how many times I call that bitch and she don't even answer the phone?
That's an answer, right? Who is it, Dan? Dan the cartoon man.
It's funny because in cartoon, like our mindset, I call and she doesn't answer. So I imagine like the house is disarray, the chair's tipped over and she's on the floor. She can't move her legs and she's crawling with her arms trying to get to the phone and she can't reach it.
Yeah, it would be a sight.
Now she's not that. Now, folks, she is not paralyzed. Okay, I want to make that clear. We make a lot of fun. She gets around. She uses a walker,
Right.
but more so now. She, God bless her, she's doing better now than she ever did. But she gets her legs work. But I make fun of her a lot. I call her Speed Becca. I put her head on Speed Buggy's body and, and send her along, stuff like that.
Hey,
So I would make fun, but still.
for a while there, her name was Cripple H. You know what I mean? It was good.
Cripple H. Yeah, I said this silly cripple.
Cripple H. Yeah,
You silly cripple.
I'm telling you, I got some names, boy.
You know
Yeah.
what? One thing. You know what the funny thing is though. Like when I fight with my wife, because she's like real anal retentive about stuff and stuff like that. One time I was fighting with her. We were going back and forth, and I said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah," and I took a vase and I moved it 6 inches. I said, "Now deal with that for a half an hour," and I walked out of the room. Don't you know the first thing she did was fix the vase back to what it was? People say you're such an asshole to make to play on her insecurities. I said, "Fuck that. That's my weaponry." I said, that's what I have to work with. You know what I mean?
You know, Dan, you got to play this. You want to drive her nuts since she has anxiety.
Yeah.
You got to do it tomorrow, right? When she gets up,
Mm-hmm.
all right? She goes to hug you or kiss you. Good morning. Wow, Chris, you know, something, did you eat something? Is something wrong? And she'll go brush her teeth. She comes back down. I said, Chris, you still have it on your breath. I don't know what's the matter. She'll go back up and brush her teeth. So all day you're telling her that something's wrong. So when you see her getting aggravated, you see her going and all this stuff. And then you say, oh, no, Chris, it was me. I had something in my nose.
I would do it one time and she'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it. As long as I got my hair tied, I'm good.
Right. But she'll get so anal, right? And then she'll tell you, fucking Vito told you to do it, didn't he? I know it was him. You and him fucking hate me. You guys like to torture me. We do. We actually do, guys. We do.
She used to get mad at me because I would be over at your house, and you know, because you guys have been doing shows for a long time as well. You guys started doing shows like not long after I did, right. and she had to set up, and this is after the stroke and stuff like that. So she wasn't as mobile a year or two after the stroke as she is now.
Right.
And so she had a lot of stuff. You were in a smaller house and stuff like that. And to get to where we had to go in the studio, I had to move this, move that. So I was helping her move stuff around. So because I came over and we knocked out a couple shows together because, you know, we happened to be there, whatever. And like I would purposely put stuff in her way. So she had that. I'd wait for her to manage it herself. Oh, let me get that for you.
Perfect gentleman.
You know what I mean? And you know, but like the poor girl, she spent most of the visit in her pajamas on the couch, and then she's like, "All right, I gotta do myself up for the show." I'm like, "We only gotta do like the top half." I say we can't see the bottom half anyway, so fuck it. So she's like in like shorty shorts, like you know that you would sleep in, and then she does her top up real nice, and she does her hair and her makeup, and I look like, "Hey, you're halfway there. You're good. Come on, let's go." You cripple. I said, "Come here, you cripple. Let's go."
Cripple it.
But I'll tell you, you know, for as much as the things that they bug us about, there's more there that we love about it, which is why we stay. And not for mention, it gives us a lot of material. You know, being a comedian and stuff like that, I say a lot of shit, and I say it with confidence, which is like a lot of people are like, oh, "You're talking about your wife like that?" You're like, dude, if I didn't, it wouldn't be funny. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying bullshit. That's the other thing I want to tell you. I'm not saying bullshit. You know what I mean? But understand that if you identify the bad and identify the good, you'll have a good marriage. It's the people that can't identify which one's which that are end up in divorce court. You know what I mean? It's the truth. It's the God honest truth. I said to Becky, I said, "You know what? You're gorgeous and I love you." And I said, we would have such a love affair. And the sex would be incredible, and the life would be phenomenal. And I said, but you know what? We would end up on the street dead because we wouldn't be able to pay bills. We wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff because neither one would be able to take responsibility for the other. I said, it'll never work. It'll never work.
Me and your wife, one of us would wind up at the police station
with a knife in somebody's arm. See you motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
it is.
I would wind up at the police station.
I get it.
And I say, listen, can you hide me? Christine's crazy again. All right, Beto, come here. Go in the cell. Make believe we arrested you. Sorry, Christine, you can't see him tonight. He's going to be held.
And let me tell you something. I'm 100% Italian, okay, and I'm very proud of it. But I am not a Goomba. I'm not a greaseball. I'm Northern Italian, which is why I got green eyes, which is why I got light skin, you know. But the fact that I can do everything like this is what we have to do. She hates that because why aren't you excited? Why aren't you mad? Why aren't you? I am, but it's not going to get anything. I think one time, and we'll end the show very soon. But I said one time I got something stolen out of my car. I found a guy in my car. If you remember this,
I remember.
And he was stealing stuff. And even you said you were like, well, I didn't know how you just like go ape shit and beat the shit out of the guy. Blah, blah. I said, you know why? Because I didn't know who was around. And I thought of that. Who's around that's helping this guy? So I said, I'm going to keep my distance. I'm going to yell at him. I'm going to get him here and I'm going to say, whatever, get out of here, blah, blah, blah. And he stole shit, but I got money back and stuff like that. So it was a happy ending. But you were like, I would have beat the shit. I said, yeah, but you know what? You don't know who's behind him that could have stabbed me, could have hit me with a brick or whatever. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? And that's because I'm level-headed. I don't think with emotion.
The one time I thought you were going to lose it, and well, you begged me not to say nothing.
Yeah.
Was the guy who lived next door.
Oh yeah. What a Mary this fucking guy is. He moved, but fuck him.
I know, but there was a situation at the house.
Yeah.
And I said, that's it. I see this motherfucker. I said, I'm going to take care of it for you guys. And begged me, Christine, but no, please. No. I said, fuck this motherfucker. I said, Dan, you're not going to do it. I said, I'll do it. I'd be more than happy to do it. This guy was like being a jerk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Lived next door. The wife had a big mouth.
Yeah.
And getting disrespectful. Like, and once you mouthed off to Christine, you know, if it's my wife, you mouthed off to her, I felt fucking sorry for you.
Yeah.
And Dan kept his cool. And I was waiting to get the phone call, B. It's time.
But you know what, though? And what I say to you, I said, you know what, though? I got to live next to them. And if that happens, then they will try and look at anything and everything in my life to try and report, to try and do this, because, you know, they're cop callers and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? Although I would love to, but I'm my mother's son, and my mother will plan out 25 years to get you. When I tell you, that's the way my mother was. She would plan out, I'll get you. It'll be 20 years from now. You'll forget I even existed, but then I'll get you. And that's the way I was. And I took that after my mom. I take after my father with everything, but that's what I got from my mother, is a slow cooker revenge. My mom was like a what do you call that? The thing you put, this the slow cooker you put in all day. What is it? The you know what I'm talking about. The
I know what you're talking about.
The thing where you put it on and 12 hours later you got dinner. That's what I am. I'm the slow cooker.
Crock-pot.
A crock pot. I'm a crock pot. Emotional. I'm a crackpot, but I'm a crock pot. In a sense, because I said I will slow cook that shit and you won't even realize who the fuck I am. And I'm like, ha! I got you, you son of a bitch. And that's the way I am. That's where my mother was, and that's the way I am. So, you know.
Right.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I love my wife. You love your wife. We love each other's wives. It's all good. It's all
good. Not that I would live with yours, but I would cut off her oxygen. I would cut off her oxygen if I knew she wore a mask. That was for sure.
Although what I wanted to do is to come down to your house. I wanted you to go to I wanted you to go and we would get a box at like the local UPS or like the U-Haul store. And I would want to get in the box and tape it up. And then you would tell your wife, hey, you got a gift from somebody. Somebody sent you a gift. Blah, blah. And then I would like jump out of that box as soon as I knew like we were inside the house, jump out of that box screaming. They'll probably give her another stroke, but at the same breath, that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're all playing that because I know she's not watching. Well, she might watch this. I don't know what she's going to do.
Right, and then I know, but then on the flip side, Dan would put a bow on his wife, put her out the door. As soon as I open, I go coronavirus and slam the door.
And you would hear screeching in the street from the car pulling off.
That's it.
Guys, what a great time we had today. Make sure you are going to the DJB Productions Network. There's the tag right there. You go to that link right there. That takes you right to my network, and you can subscribe to the channel. Check out all the shows. We have brand new shows happening all the time. We have brand new shows. So check that out. Also, go to the Big Vito brand right on twitch.tv/the Big Vito brand. They got plenty of shows on there as well. They're adding stuff in there. They even have some of my shows on there. So you'll be able to cross-brand everything. It's so fantastic. It's a wonderful thing. And it keeps you, it's during this quarantine time, it keeps you up to date. Now you can watch this stuff on TV. You don't have to be on your computer. And you go in there and everything is good. So it'll be a fantastic thing. V, do you have anything to promote?
No, I think you covered it. You know,
Okay,
my social media, the Big Vito brand, you know, and if you're going to go to Twitch, it's twitch.tv/the Big Vito brand, you know, and it's just the Big Vito brand. You go to the website, bigvitobrand.com, check out all the good stuff. Everybody's there.
You guys have merch too right now, don't you?
Yeah,
we got some new merch.
I know my wife came out with a new shirt. I don't have anything worthwhile to buy, so go buy my wife's shirt. It's fine. But
Yeah, isn't it her? Isn't she on it or something like that? I saw that.
I know.
Something.
It's just, you know, I've been portraying myself on other shows as the BIGV from the LOG. I'm a former Nick. How you a former Nick? Because I was on 10-day contracts, yo. And that's how we did it back in the day, right? I'm a former rapper with Biggie Small. I was just in the Stepper studio while he was doing his primetime stuff. I was doing, you know, the street stuff. So you had to keep it separate. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. Guys, we had a great time. Share the channel, share the show, leave some comments. And you know what? I don't think your wives are watching. So go ahead and tell us what you don't like about your spouse. Girls, if you're watching it, maybe this works for you too. If you're watching the show, tell us what you don't like about your husband.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the pool while we're discussing crock pots, nails, and
that's right.
Fries. Yeah, we'll do it.
Leave links for your pics. We'll be happy to look.
All right, Dan.
For Big V, my name is Danny J. Until next time, we will catch you right here on the Man Cave.